I'm just putting the finishing touches on my 17th book with my colleague Kevin Grogan, Your Complete Guide to a Successful and Secure Retirement. And one of the things we emphasize throughout the book and then demonstrate why it's important is I actually tell people you should never hire an investment advisor. And the reason is simple. Even if there was such a thing as the perfect investment plan, it could blow up for reasons that have nothing to do with investing. So, for example, you die early, you have a perfect investment plan, but you didn't get to save and have the market work for you. If you don't have life insurance, the whole plan blows up. You're a surgeon and you didn't get protection for disability, you get in a car accident and you can't use your hands, your whole investment plan blows up for that reason. So what we tell people is you have to develop a well thought out investment plan that identifies your ability, willingness, and need to take risks, what your life goals are, what's important about money. We do that through what we call a discovery process, learning everything that's important to an individual about money. We also spend time with them on what is life and retirement going to look like for you. So you don't want to retire from life. You want to retire to other things that give you joy in your life, whatever that may be. And then we want to make sure we integrate that plan into a well thought out estate, tax, and risk management plan. And insurance is absolutely critical for a whole variety of reasons in the whole spectrum of things. Things like having a disability policy, long-term care policy, insurance maybe to pay estate taxes as the most efficient way to do it, and of course life insurance, but also longevity insurance. That's another thing people should be thinking about as we're living longer. And the analogy I like to use in discussing insurance and investing as well, same thing apply, is from Pascal's wager. Now, Blaise Pascal was a French mathematician who said, look, we don't know if there is a God or not. You can't prove it either way. It's a belief. So how should you act knowing that you can't prove or disprove that God exists? And he said, let's think about it this way. If you believe there is a God and you're wrong, what are the consequences? So I like to say, well, maybe you sat through a few boring sermons from your priest or minister, you missed some fun frat parties, those kinds of things, but you lived a good life, you're remembered as a good father, a good mother, a good friend, etc. On the other hand, if you believe there isn't a God and you're wrong, at least according to Christian theology, you're doomed to burn in hell for eternity, that's unthinkable. So it doesn't matter what you think the odds are. What you have to think about are the consequences of being wrong, and if you're wrong, can you live with that? So when you think about insurance, it doesn't matter how healthy you think you are or what are the odds you'll get disabled. It's irrelevant. If your plan will blow up, if that happens, then you buy the insurance. It's as simple as that. The same thing is true about starting a business or buying an individual stock or concentrating your assets in U.S. and not diversifying internationally, probably because of home country bias. But you have to recognize, what if the U.S. is the next Japan and you go 30 years with negative returns? It can happen. None of us has that clear crystal ball. In fact, that's one of my favorite sayings is, my crystal ball is always cloudy. And when your crystal ball is cloudy, the thing you do is diversify your risks. And one way to do it is to insure against risks that you can't bear yourself.